Arctic weather we're having. It's surprisingly comfortable down here.
Well, we're right next to the furnace, so that helps too. All the warm air comes by this room first. Yeah, this is a very well insulated basement for Minnesota. You know, if the heat is set at 70 upstairs, it's actually warmer down here than it is upstairs. So I do like to spend a lot of time down here in the last couple of weeks because of this Arctic blast that Minnesota has done fallen upon, and I tell you what, it hasn't stopped the protesters, that's for sure.
No, they're out strong.
They're out strong in the 30 below with wind chill temperatures, so.
They're chanting "Burn down Fort Snelling." Did you see that?
Yeah, I honestly have now almost given up on society as a whole. There's entirely, the divide has gotten so far apart that the there's no coming back. There's no coming back from as far right and as far left as people have gone. There's never gonna be a common middle ground.
No.
Never, not until there's a revolution.
Just being realistic.
The sad thing is that, it's all over one person. It's all over the, Orange Man. Because if it wasn't him in the office, a lot of shit would have probably gotten done. But, I mean, unfortunately, the failure of the last 4 years before the Orange Man came on board, were a fucking disaster. And that's not even blaming just the head administration of the last 4 years, but the entire administration. All the way down to his lowest cabinet picks. It was an absolute shit show. So here we are today. I don't even know what the date is, 24th, 25th?
26th.
Something like that, of January. We're
Less than a month in.
less than a month in, and
There's a
it couldn't
cleanup.
get any more dark than it is right now. And the sun is actually going down darker every day.
You know what's really driving me crazy is, and this isn't me picking a side here, this is just something I've noticed, is what's driving me crazy, is there's been a lot of people that have been yelling at the top of their lungs that something needs to be done in Minnesota about the fraud, just the way that Minnesota's current administration has been
A shit show.
prime example of the shit show.
Pretty much.
But just the taxes,
Oh,
dude,
it's-
our stated businesses are fucking leaving because
Yeah.
they're taxed out of Minnesota. It's Taxasota. Welcome to Taxasota.
Well, and you got a lot of residents that are fleeing.
Are leaving, yeah.
Which I am actually one of them. I'm heading for Florida. No state tax. I mean, that's a huge one for anybody who's employed. No state tax, and
Who's
yeah,
employed, yeah.
and yeah, you pay a little bit more for regular tax, sales tax, but that's okay. That money is supposed to be used for what it's supposed to be used for.
Right.
Tolls, I pay every toll because I'd rather pay a toll and have my roads fixed than have them tax me. Let's see, I just got my W-2s and they took out almost as much state tax as they did federal tax. And that to me is ridiculous. The state is so overtaxed, yes, you're right, Taxasota. But anyway, back to your point.
Which, you know, everybody's been screaming and yelling, something needs to be done, something needs to be done. And now something's being done about it,
Yeah.
and now it's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, is there some bad actors to people doing dumb things? And yes, is there maybe some undertrained people that might be a little trigger happy? Yes. Because we all remember the sign up for ice floating around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but the point is something's, I don't know. Nobody's talking about the fraud anymore. That's the thing is everybody's getting so worked up
Over
and
ice.
and to your point of it's so far to the
Yeah.
extremes now. Like we're on the brink of literally a second civil war
Yeah.
over this.
We talked about that on that first episode we had.
yeah,
Where
we kind of
I-
foreshadowed or seen this coming, didn't we?
but I was actually wrong. I thought it was gonna be
More of a holy war.
internal, and then I said, no, I think it's gonna be more of a holy war, which it actually still is, because if you think about what's happening,
Mhm.
is the people that are protesting, of the deportation of ICE and stuff like that, you know, I mean, obviously, right now, they're not, as far as I can see, they're not going after families that are just, I mean, granted, some people have gotten picked up that
Mhm.
were, but they're going for the criminals, they're going for the drug dealers, they're going for the gangbangers, you know, they're going for the bad ones first, the rapists, you know, they're trying to round up all these ones first, and they're trying to make neighborhoods safer.
Well, that's another thing that we've been really trying to bring to people's attention over the last 6 years here in Minnesota is just that. Hold on. I totally kind of
That's all right.
lost it there. What were
The last 6 years
bring me back in.
of Minnesota, we were talking about, you know, the deportation of the criminals and stuff like that, and, you know, you're right, the last 6 years in Minnesota, since basically 2020,
Mhm.
have not been very safe in any of the streets in the inner cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the surrounding. I mean, I have family and friends that live down there, and they said the crime is just getting worse.
Mhm.
Now, I'm gonna roll back to my comment about ICE, because I know, nor do I support, or do I,
There's the air freshener.
oh,
It just sounded
or
weird.
do I defend what they're doing? I think it's definitely being held the wrong way,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I understand the whole concept of, you know, immigrants. If you come here illegally, you need to go away.
That's the first rule you broke. That's the first law they broke.
Yes, it's.
They didn't break any laws. They didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Did they apply to come here?
No, they
just
walked
like
across
most?
the border and they found the first town that they could get into, and they.
Do we remember 2020 of the hordes
Yes.
of people
The
coming
tens of
across
thousands, tens
the
of thousands.
rivers? I mean, and then they're getting all shipped up. Like I remember, I've been tracking this the whole time. Where
Remember shipping
people
them
are
up?
getting buses. Buses getting dropped off in Bemidji.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe Bemidji's next. They're gonna move a little more to big, so some of, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it's not big enough, you know what I mean?
It's not that huge of a population. I don't think Bemidji was trying to become a sanctuary city, but I think the city council shot that down.
Is that what it was?
Their resources wouldn't be able to handle, you know, I mean, there's already a housing shortage up in that area because of the college students. So you add a bunch of migrants, I'll use whatever word, immigrants, illegal immigrants, aliens. You put them in the mix up there, then you're gonna have less people going to the college because they can't find a place to live and the dorms are full, so. Plus then your police and your fire and all that, and your resources that you have get taxed a lot more, you know, working wise, not taxed, but, you know, they just did everything the wrong way in the last 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Fry and Alice, or whatever his name is. Ellison, Walls, Flanagan.
Oh, did you see that, I just seen this morning that they're in that, what is it, not a Telegram, Signal chat.
Oh, yeah?
That Signal chat, they're in those groups directing people where to go to interfere with ICE. Like, something about Peggy Flanagan and Walls, both of them.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past them 100%. I would.
Along with some other, like, elected folk.
Sure.
Like, I can't remember the names or, you know, people in positions that.
It's a game of chess right now is what it is, and
I'll call it a psyop.
oh, it's 100%
It's
a
100%
psyop. I actually,
psyop.
I just watched an episode.
Which is, I think, is where I was trying to go with that
Sure.
earlier, was it's all a psyop and everybody's
Oh.
falling prey to it and getting worked up. This is exactly what both sides want.
100%. I just watched an episode of the Y-Files last night with AJ and Hecklefish, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Okay.
And his episode was about psyops, and he
Mm.
said,
You should forward me that later.
I will. I'll absolutely forward it to you later. It's a great episode, and there's a book written by a gentleman who did 20 years of psyops for the government, and he wrote a book about how you can tell if something is on a scale, grading scale, 0 to 100. And anything above 70 is an absolute psyop. Anything below 40 is, what did he call it? Something about non-probable cause, kind of like it probably is, but it probably isn't. But it's that 40 to 70% is where the perfect line goes when you have a psyop. It's just believable enough where you think it could be the truth, but if you have a half a brain and you can think about it, then you think, well, maybe this is a psyop, but it could be the truth. But this right now is 100% psyop.
Mm-hmm.
This is, and this has everything to do with the Orange Man, all the way down to the farthest on the left.
Old SS Soros.
Yes, it's a
There's
sad.
pictures of him floating around in
It's a
his
sad,
uniform, just saying.
sad situation because there are,
They're not the ones dying.
no, that's the problem.
Mhm.
It's, you know, we actually joked about this previously about Donald Trump is playing a game of human risk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Greenland's not on the list. We just got Venezuela.
you know, he's, now I guess.
Did you see that map?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's risk.
Yeah.
It's 100% risk. Greenland, Canada's part of the United, or, you know, part of the North America.
Canada? How did Canada go?
Yeah, what happened to the 51st state of Canada? Now it's gonna be Greenland. But we are absolutely in a psyops, and if anybody has a half a brain, which unfortunately I have family members who are 100% wrapped in on the right side of everything, to the point where even if the other side came to the table and said, okay, we need to work together, the right is so right now that they would literally not take a deal.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't want anything to do with anybody that is progressively left.
Well, what we need to remember is that there's a lot of posturing going on right now. What year is it? It's an election year.
It's an election year.
Remember that. Nobody's picking up on this. Every 4 years there's something.
Yeah, there's an election coming up in Minnesota this year, that is for sure.
Imagine, I mean, it's midterms in general.
Yeah, midterms in general, which
Which actually is more important.
And especially this administration needs to really, really run the red table, because if they lose any seats in the Senate or in, the representatives, the DJT is gonna have a hell of a time passing anything. Which, honestly, right now, I think he's passing a little bit too much.
Possibly.
He's doing a few things that have made me cringe lately, and I mean, I'm not a supporter of him, but I understand his mentality, because I am a business person myself. And he is, you know, just like my company, I want my company to be the best company. That's why I work so hard at what I do. He wants the best for America. He wants America to be number one again. We were not number one. We haven't been number one in a very long time.
Right.
A very long time. Like, I'm talking back before Obama. I'm talking, we haven't been great for a long time. China, Russia, all these countries are.
Just speaking on educational.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything in the Eurasia area is miles ahead of us for education wise, because they have stricter laws over there on social media time, and you know, it's ingrained in your head from the day you're born that you work and you get education and blah blah blah. Here, the minute they hit 7 years old, man, they don't even see their parents.
Yeah.
Because parents are working 2 jobs because they can't afford to be a one income family. I mean, shit, I got 3 jobs I'm doing right now just to save up a little bit of extra money. I don't really need the second and third job. Well, I need the second job, because with that, I'd go crazy if I wasn't a DJ. But I like making pizzas. So I went back to Pizza Hut. I like making pizzas. I'm not contributing much to the economy with it, because I only work like 5 hours a week, so my taxes ain't shit. But I got off topic there. Anyway, so yeah, we are definitely in the midterms, and I think we need to really think about the vote this year. We've talked on other podcasts about the people that are actually running for different seats in Minnesota, and there's a few of them that we're behind that aren't necessarily in the political parties. They're affiliated, but they're not in. You know, they're not part of that organization.
Right.
And then, of course, the independents that we are supporting as well, that, you know.
Which you know what, I think that would help out a lot if more true independents would get a chance at being able to run. You know what I mean? Or running, like.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem is everybody's concerned about what letter is behind that name and versus what that name is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for many a year in Minnesota, it's either been Republican or Democrat, other than the year Jesse Ventura, who was an independent, was elected governor, and he did a pretty damn good job.
Yeah.
We had a surplus of money when he left, to the point where he cut everybody a check.
Yep.
Hasn't been that way in many a year. Well, it's actually been there.
Well, they could have cut checks, but they didn't.
No, they overspent.
The Minnesota Zoo needed some stupid ass fucking walkway that.
Yeah.
I was there. I checked it out. I had to go test out our tax dollars.
Yeah, it was
and
amazing.
It's fucking waste of money.
Well, yeah.
Anyways.
So, but yeah, so Taxasota here is in dire need of new leadership. At least.
And so far.
Governor Walz Putz has dropped out of the race. So he's not running for re-election, but replacing one evil with another evil.
Klobuchar.
Yeah.
That's who they're putting up now.
Yeah, Klobuchar is going to run against.
Makes my head hurt.
makes my head hurt too, against probably the My Pillow guy. Looks like he's got a lot of the Republican.
Out of that field, here's the three that I think are probably, it's gonna be one of these three. It's gonna be either Kendall Qualls, Lisa Demuth, or Demuth, whatever, however the
Demuth.
fuck you say it. And who was the third one? I don't think.
You don't think?
Or Lindell, yeah,
Mike
Lindell would be
Lindell.
the third one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does.
'Cause I don't think Jensen's,
Yeah.
a lot of these people just need to step out. That
Well,
are running right now.
that's the big thing with this race is, you know, there's so many names in it right now, but of course, they're all vying for that 1 or 2 spot to get, you know, onto the ballot. To be honest with you,
There's like 10 right now.
Yeah.
Like, and there's another one, you know, they're not saying that there isn't maybe some better people that are running.
yeah,
I'm just saying, those are what I think what is gonna end up being, is one of those.
yeah, one of those 3 will be the
I
Republican
definitely think
ticket.
there's better people running. and
Oh,
we're not gonna
100%.
dig too hard into that right at the moment.
No, but there's definitely, you know, after speaking with some of the non-traditional politicians that we've spoken to, there's definitely some out there that believe in the American way, in the Minnesota way still.
Mhm. And
But
there is
are they
word-
gonna get the amount of support they need to? No.
Yeah.
They're going to maybe sway some votes away from one color or the other, but in the long run, you know, all the best to them. You know, thanks for, you know, at least getting in the race and maybe opening some eyes
Yes.
for years to come down
Yep.
the road. A whole new 20 years from now, maybe a whole new party is in Minnesota because they started a movement this year
Or a couple years ago.
or a couple of years ago. So, and then of course.
Shameless plugging.
Then of course, thrown into the hat for Senator Miss Michelle Tafoya from NFL fame
Yeah.
is going to be running for senator on the Republican ticket.
I mean, she's just another establishment pick
Yeah.
to try to take away from the non-establishment,
Yeah,
the better kind candidates, let's just say that.
yeah.
And there's only
she's-
one.
She's
There's a field, but there's only one real candidate. Schwarzy, how you doing?
Schwarzy to you, brother. Yeah, you know, I mean, I understand she's got years in broadcasting. She probably has a degree in something. So I'm sure she's probably a good fit for the Republican Party because she'll be a puppet for him.
Yeah.
Because she's been a puppet all her
Just
life.
Her and Han.
You know.
Han, seriously? Anyway.
So,
Well, yeah, she's been reading off cue cards. And
yeah,
like-
she can read the teleprompter very well.
He's got a sprained ankle, Jim.
Yeah. Reporting from the sidelines, he's in the blue tent. We'll get back to you. Oh, anyway,
No, you know what? I haven't talked to her. Maybe there is some, you know,
She
maybe
seems
there
like
is
a
some
nice
common.
person.
Maybe there are some things we definitely agree on. But here's my problem. Why are you jumping in now? Where you been?
well,
Where you been?
She's been on the
Oh.
sidelines.
Yeah, but no. Where you
I
been?
know.
You really care about Minnesota? Where you been? I ain't
Maybe-
seen you anywhere, because I am walking the streets and I am at events and I am helping coordinate rallies. We ain't seen you anywhere. All of a sudden it's election season, you pop up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not weird.
No.
Anyway.
Not weird at all. Not weird at all. Yeah, and you know, it's come down to basically as much mudslinging as I've heard, and I actually stopped watching. Like if I'm watching a sporting event, I watch it out of another city now because I'm tired of all the slant. Well, I should say news. I watch the West Palm Beach news because I like hearing about the Florida man more than I like hearing about all the shit that's happening in Minnesota.
Not sure.
Because all the news that comes out of here is all left-based anyway.
It's propaganda.
It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. The entire news industry is. As a matter of fact, I was watching a documentary the other day on the rise of Germany from 1919 to 1945.
Okay.
Because I am a little bit of a history buff, and I like watching stuff about World War II because it really goes to show how one insane ruler can do so much damage to a country. And of course, I'm talking about the mustached one himself.
Right.
The comparisons to him to the Orange Man are not insequential, but not necessarily correct. I think he is becoming a dictator. I believe that
You're seeing some parallels.
I'm seeing some parallels. I am seeing some parallels. Deporting 20 million people isn't the same as exterminating, killing 11 million. It's completely different.
Now see, I went down a rabbit hole.
But at the same time, he's trying to cleanse the United States, so there is a comparison there.
Yeah.
But there's not to be, because it's not the same.
Like I see it, yeah. Like
I
I
see it.
see how people can be.
Yeah, I see
Shut
the
the
executive
fuck up.
orders coming every day, and you know, he's definitely been on TV more talking than the last administration did in the entire 4 years. He's done that in just 1 year.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But
that's not even comparable.
the thing I appreciate about that is at least I know what the hell's going on.
Right.
The other administration, you had no idea where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it was on the beach eating ice cream,
Yeah.
but you don't see DJT taking a day off. You don't see him out on the golf course. They don't film that stuff. They don't film him at the beach. You know why? Because he doesn't do it. He works every day. He works every day. He has literally been on TV. If you go to YouTube, you can literally catch a clip of him talking every day.
Right. Right.
So the guy doesn't stop working. Now that I appreciate about him. He is always trying to make a deal, and he has done some stuff that is good, but he's also done some stuff, like I said earlier, that I'm not too happy about. I think Minnesota could have been handled completely different. It probably should have been handled completely different. Sending in the stormtroopers, ICE, as fast as they did, I think was a little bit much. They should have maybe softened the blow by a few ICE raids here and there instead of.
Well, this is what I mean by psyops. Is it was, if you like, it right away was, we're sending in 2,000 ICE agents to Minnesota, and we're gonna have this big operation. Like, it was awfully publicized before it even started. Gee, that's not meant to work people up, and then people are worked up, you know, and you know, in regards, here, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get into it. In regards to who's been shot, and this is coming from somebody that's stared down the barrels of law enforcement before, and I knew where the line was. I'm right here. You know what I mean? Like, I've pushed it. I've been young and stupid before. And I've definitely pushed some lines. But I'm breathing. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know, like, look, if you're gonna go speak your mind, which I support 100%. If you don't want them here and you wanna go be a nuisance to them,
peacefully.
And do it smart. You know, don't, like, you haven't seen what's happened already.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying whatever, what I'm saying is, don't give them a fucking reason.
There you go.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't give them a reason. You know, I'm all about protest.
Like,
I'm all
everybody, and
about-
you know what, there's gonna be the people that turn on, yeah, you know who you are. There's gonna be the people that are gonna turn and try to twist that and like, you bootlicking motherfucker. Fuck you. You have no idea who you're talking to. End rant, sorry.
No,
I'm done
no,
now. Because I've been dealing with it, with being called a bootlicker by motherfuckers who know better. Better.
No, I agree 100%. I am all about a peaceful protest.
Got a little worked up there, my bad.
I'm about, you know, speaking my mind. That's why we got the First Amendment, is to be able to do that and peacefully protest. It says it right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Peacefully assemble, but
Just, yeah, I would say
Same.
we're going to the
so,
doors.
once you cross that line, you know, everybody knows where that line is. You've been taught all your life. One thing you don't do is you don't put hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Unless you're shaking their hand, you don't put hands on somebody who has a badge. That's just common fucking sense.
Or just anybody with a weapon.
Anybody with a
Anyone
weapon.
with a gun.
You just don't put hands
We
on.
can carry those in America, so, I mean, but also, don't go up and surprise a motherfucker.
And-
You know what I mean, or whatever.
So, you know, I mean, I have family members. I have a son who is unfortunately on that side. He's
Into it.
He's wrapped up in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because it's not the way I raised him. I raised him to be independent, not to follow.
A little more critical thinking, you would be looking for, yeah.
He actually reposted something from a bar down in the cities that has basically, the day he dies, it's free beer all day for anybody that comes in. And there's several bars down in the Minneapolis area that are basically doing this. And it's like, well, first of all, we know who you're talking about.
Right.
And to me, that should be, I mean, you should literally be brought up on charges, because that's for
Incitement,
incitement.
by the letter of the law.
So to me, that crossed the line on my son, because now my son is supporting the president dying. And as much as I didn't care for Obama and the last administration, I never wished death on him,
Right.
because that's just not who I was raised to be. I mean, I am ex-military. He is the commander-in-chief. I don't care if I disagree with him. He's the commander-in-chief. He's
Mhm.
the highest appointed of the country.
Whether you like it or not, he's still your president.
Exactly, he's your president. He did win, so I can only imagine what this country would be like if the cackling chicken and tampon titty
Oh my.
would have won. It would have been,
Dude, yeah.
it would have been a disaster.
So, did you know that the other day on the latest guy, you know that address they were at had 9 businesses
Yeah.
listed for it, and that's why they were there.
Yeah,
I
for the
just-
fraud?
Yeah, for the fraud that nobody's talking about anymore.
No, nobody's talking about the fraud. Actually, it's funny because.
Or Epstein.
Well,
But
we'll get
anyway.
into that in a minute here, because you brought up something and I wanted to actually chat about that as well. Actually, funny thing is I actually bought a shirt off of Temu the other day that is the 1-800 Leering Center, and then it said, or the Leering Center, and then it says 1-800 fraud underneath it for the phone number. I actually bought one on Temu. It should be here next week. I'm gonna
The fact it's on team was great.
I'm gonna wear that one with pride, because you know, the funny thing about that whole thing with all of these daycares that have been found in the fraud,
What?
nobody's complaining about losing their child care. Have you noticed that?
You know?
That all of those people that just lost their child care because they shut them down, there's nobody complaining about not having child care all of a sudden down
Yeah.
there. Except for the people that actually needed it to begin with.
Right.
the
right,
working person
Right.
that has to work 2 jobs to pay for daycare at the same time.
You'd think there'd be a lot of people calling out of work or something
Yeah,
because they
but
can't.
They
don't
can't
got
come to work because they don't
babysitters.
have babysitters for their kids. To me, that is the biggest funny about this whole fraud thing is they're not even talking about how blatant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond, it's actually beyond comprehension on how much fraud there was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking tens of billions now.
Is it up that high?
Yeah,
At the
last I heard,
count.
Fox News or CNBC, whatever it was that was on my YouTube news thing, said $10+ billion because they found another arm of it that they hadn't discovered before. Was like one person had like $1.6 billion in payments to them through some dummy corporation so it's in the tens of billions.
That's wild.
That's fucking crazy.
Well,
okay.
They're looking into it now, so yeah, who knows what they're gonna find.
Yeah, and they appointed a fraud investigation unit that.
The one Walls appointed?
Yeah.
Oh, are they finding anything?
So far, I don't know, because now all they talk about is ICE.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
What a convenient distraction.
you know, it's,
And not enough people are seeing it for what it is.
and unfortunately,
You know what? Obama deported 3 times as the amount
Yes.
of what Trump has, but nobody was crying about it then.
no.
It's Trump's picking on Minnesota because Walls
Actually,
ran against him. No.
There's actually ICE units going on in many different cities throughout the nation. You're only hearing about Minnesota because people are getting shot here.
And because Tim Walz and Peggy Flanagan and Keith Ellison are encouraging people on
And Fry.
TV, and Jacob Fry, on TV every day, encouraging people. You do hear them? Do you hear our leaders that are supposed to protect Minnesotans and the well-being of Minnesotans? Do you hear them out there going, ICE is shooting people, stand back from them? No. You hear them out there saying, come out in stronger forces,
Yep.
be louder.
Yep.
Don't, you give them hell. Make sure they get the fuck out of our city. It's not your city, bitch.
Yeah.
It's our cities.
Well, and that's
that's kind of a tyrant. Get the fuck out of my city. Like,
well, and that's the reason
tyrant.
why
Anyway.
When we moved back to Minnesota back in 2024, there was no way I was going anywhere near
Yeah.
a major metropolitan city. Now, granted, picking Beavis was probably the right decision at the time, but it's too small of a city for me. It's too small.
Right.
Yeah, I go stir crazy. Park Rapids is the closest city to us, and that's not really much of a nightlife. Everything
Yeah,
closes
not
down.
one you want to be a part of anyways.
So, yeah, unfortunately for the entertainment side of things, I picked the wrong side of the earth to try to be on here, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, they do not represent the morals of 93% of the state voted
Yeah.
red,
Yeah.
something like that. They don't represent the 93%. As a matter of fact, my friends from Florida send me pictures all the time of, East Dakota,
Uh-huh.
lower Canada, it's like
Just go West Minnesota.
North Minnesota.
North, yeah. Call it.
I mean, we already call it the North. Might as well just be the fucking North, and then we can have a second.
North Minnesota. I'm down.
Yeah, North Minnesota.
Which is everywhere except for
Yeah.
just a little carved out between Duluth and the metro.
Yeah.
and
Well, you know what?
Rochester.
We'll just give them everything north or south of St. Cloud, cause St.
I'm okay
Cloud's
with
turning
that.
into a shit show too, so.
Yeah, it is.
You can have everything south of St. Cloud, including St. Cloud, and you can have that, you can be South Minnesota, we'll be the north up here.
We'll be them rocks and cows, eh?
We'll be the rocks and cows, and, you know, I guess Duluth would have to be our capital because it's the largest city up here. Well, I suppose no, Moorhead, probably Moorhead. I'd probably go Moorhead.
Moorhead might be.
Yeah, Moorhead would be a good city to have as the capital, cause they already have enough buildings there. Well, so does Duluth though, cause Duluth already has pretty nice downtown area, they probably, I don't know. It's never gonna happen because
No.
we're gonna go to war and it'll just be shit show anyway, so.
Pretty soon it'll be district, whatever.
Yeah, so earlier when we were in the Zen Den listening to music, you said something about, Epstein's list.
Or El Jefe?
Yeah, Jeffrey
So-
Epstein's list, and so the reports are that they've redacted many millions of files,
Mhm.
millions. So why are they not being released yet, is what I wanna know. Why have they not released?
So I have a question, do you remember seeing his body?
Of course not, why would I have seen his body? They wouldn't have showed that, correct?
Well, I have a theory that here's the main reason why a lot of that isn't being released, or what is being released is redacted enough. He's in witness protection. I went down this rabbit hole and
It's a good theory.
and not well enough to try to like exactly re-quote everything, but.
No, that's.
But it's a sound like, why, he's in witness protection. He's not even dead. Why do you think there's missing footage? Like what?
So.
I don't know.
So- So,
It
but
would
they've
make
got,
sense.
they've got Ghislaine Maxwell,
Mhm.
so, I mean, she can give up anything on him. So I mean, I do believe you are definitely on something there. I think it's a good possibility that he is, but why has he not come out and or is he literally in witness protection and he's not even gonna testify, he's just in witness protection? Or is he gonna come out and testify against everybody that was on the island? That's what I wanna know, is why is he in witness protection, if he is,
If he is,
hypothetically,
hypothetically. It's just a theory.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, I really wish I remembered more about it right now, but.
No,
No,
I mean,
they actually kinda went into some stuff and like backed it up a little bit, and, you know, I'll try to find it, and so maybe we can revisit that.
yeah,
But no, it really made like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. It was just, it was, you know, like,
how conveniently he died.
right,
One of the most famous people that was gonna be in prison or jail, whatever you wanna call it, where he was. He was probably the most famous,
mm-hmm,
and that psyops went sideways, it had to have.
yeah,
It was too obvious, it was entirely too obvious how he died, that somebody was not involved with his death.
right,
It's impossible.
or relocation.
Or relocation. It's just too convenient.
Well,
It's just too convenient.
Yeah,
It's like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, let's talk about him getting his, or not even Jeffrey Dahmer, that Whitey Bulger.
okay,
Whitey Bulger was on the run for 30 years.
mm-hmm,
Gets beat to death within 3 days of being in jail. If he was on the run for 30 years, he could have made it longer.
yeah.
He
His-
probably,
His deal's burnt out.
yeah.
That's what happened. Like, he's
But 3 days?
allegedly,
I mean, how long did
Allegedly-
Epstein last?
Whitey was the guy who started the whole, I'm gonna turn in my competition, allegedly. according to certain
Yeah,
documentaries and
court
such.
documentaries that I've seen that have talked about, he is one of the first rats.
Yeah, but that's why he survived so long and,
Yeah.
take out the competition, he just took them out a different way. And protected it, I mean,
So,
allegedly.
yeah, I mean, he was beat to death within days of him getting into jail. How long was Epstein in jail before he hung himself?
Right.
I mean,
And-
he didn't even get a court appearance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you think about it, it's like no cameras working.
They just decided to dysfunction for a couple seconds and worked just fine again.
Yeah, guards are
Weird.
asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel bad because I have a job where every once in a while I'll take a 15-minute nap because my head bobs,
Mhm.
but I feel bad about it. I couldn't even imagine. Why are these guards not in jail for,
Dereliction of duty?
yeah. I mean, I didn't hear a court case about them
No.
or the
Yeah.
camera operator.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's
Like, where is that footage?
Yeah, where's that?
It exists.
100%, just like the footage we were asking about the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Let me see that footage. I wanna see that footage, that
Yeah.
real footage.
I want to see those airplane wings.
Yeah, let me see the fuselage and the engines, cause,
They disabled the black box.
but
Anyway.
if you look at that hole, there's no point in that wall where the wings went in.
Or maybe it
Did they-
nosedive.
Oh no, it came straight in, like a missile.
I know.
But
So fast it almost seemed to look
what,
like a missile.
it bent the wings back, it was going so fast.
Oh.
Okay, the hole was still only the size
It
of
must
the
have been a
fuselage.
Hemi.
Yeah, it must have been a Hemi. So, but there's no way you're going to burn 4 engines down to molten steel
And the building's fine.
and the building's fine. They threw up some patchwork and it's back to normal.
We don't
Fucking,
even-
no.
We just
okay?
need to put up some new drywall, it'll be fine.
Yeah, just a couple of new Anderson windows and some drywall, we'll be good, replant the brush out front and stuff. It's a fucking hole in the building that's supposed to be an airplane, and somebody's coffee cup didn't even get knocked over in the office next to it.
Mhm.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yep.
Building 7, let's talk about building 7 for a second here. No, it's not.
No,
All right.
I hated that.
All right, anyway, so anyway, for those of you that didn't know, this was Liberty Forge. If you didn't like what we say today, go fuck yourself.
Hard.
Hard. This is not a show for you, this is a show for us. And if anybody actually watches it, we appreciate it. If you did watch it, share it with your friends. And if you wanna be a guest on the Liberty Forge, yeah, go fuck yourself. No. No, if you wanna be a guest on Liberty Forge, just hit me up with a message and be happy to get you on here. Anyway, Patrick, thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming over, and
Oh, yeah.
I know you got shit to do, and well, not really, so do I, but I'll figure something out to do. It's too goddamn cold to go outside. What is it, 11 below, something like
Yeah.
that?
It's supposed to be breaking
Oh,
pretty
hey,
soon,
it's
I
actually
think.
3 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Holy
It-
shit!
It broke then.
Snow possible in about an hour. Oh, lucky me.
It's getting warm enough to snow here in Minnesota.
Yeah, well, I had 30
This-
below on my dashboard going to work that other morning. 30 below. I've never seen 30 below on my truck.
The wind chill out at my place was 47 below.
Holy buckets.
Yeah, and that's right off of the windy side of Leech.
Yeah.
So it was howling.
It was howling.
I was starting to wonder about some of the trees.
Yeah, no shit. They talk about exploding trees. I never thought that was something that was even possible until I saw a video on on Facebook. I was like, holy shit, trees exploded a certain temperature because of the water inside.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just, I never thought it would get cold enough when I lived in any place, other than when hell freezes over, that it would get to the point where trees would explode. All right, peace, love, and happiness. I'm out of here. I gotta go pee anyway.
Laters.
What do we want? We want change. And